Are we actually gonna get the chance to use it? Probably not. Oh, I knew he would have range. I tried to parry, but I had my back to him. Dude, I couldn't parry. It wouldn't let me. The fuck? Oh, this music is so good. No, they haven't diminished. I'm just not facing you, so I can't parry your dumbass. Okay, they may have diminished a little bit. Okay, well, you first. Time to make good use of my rifle.
Not to me.
Couldn't parry that. I can't parry that! I'm trying! It won't let me! Fucking bullshit! Come on, you fuck. Ow. Really tired of that. I would love if the game would actually let me parry, but it won't. Stupid asshole, how do you like that? Are you getting stronger? You're probably getting stronger, right? Okay, I'm gonna wait until you fully transform, because I don't know if you're gonna take damage. I'm getting away from that. Nope. Rifle? Rifle. Is he throwing shit at me? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's throwing shit at me. Okay. Did he teleport? He did. No, 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 wait, we can talk this out. We can talk this out. We can talk this out.
Seems you're reaching a limit.
We can't talk this out. Fuck you. 2 magnum rounds for your fucking dome. How you like that shit? Bet he's gonna have more of that stun lock bullshit, so I should probably heal, but I also don't want to at the same time. That didn't quite take out half my health, but what if he hits harder? We do have one more heal after that. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and heal. I don't trust it. Reload everything. Move. Moving. Where is he?
I will not let those ideas win.
What the? Dude! That is some horseshit. Wow! Goddamn, motherfucker! What is that? Move, Leon. Don't know what he's doing. I'm getting the fuck away from that. You're fucking mine. Okay, it wouldn't let me parry there. Ow! Can I fucking... Can I parry? Yeah, well, I'm fucking obviously dead because you're not letting me parry his attacks. I can't parry. The game will not let you parry him. Why? Okay, I couldn't parry his kick either. This is fucking stupid, dude. In a game about parrying, you should be able to parry the boss. Why can you not parry the boss? That makes no sense. Okay, well, immersion lost. That's fine. I can't parry! I'm fucking trying! It won't let me do it! Do I have to have the hatchet equipped or something? Oh my god, are you fucking serious? No wonder it's not letting me parry. Okay. That's fucking retarded. Couldn't parry that. I guess because it's a kick, maybe, and not a swing.
And how many more will have to die for that?
I had to equip the hatchet to be able to get it to parry. Like, otherwise the functionality is just not there and you can't use it. See, now I can parry. Okay, I'm not adjusted to his timings. Okay. At least it's allowing me to parry him now. Couldn't do that before. What's my health looking like? What is my health? Can I see my health?
Not to me. I swore that I'd always protect those lives.
Okay, this is Rifle City. Get ready to move. That was a little awkward. I could not parry that. It wouldn't let me. Get up, Leon. Okay, that's probably, yeah, that's bad health territory. Gotta move past him here. Move, Leon. You're not gonna parry your rocket, dumbass. I love how we can just do that. I love how we can just whip out a rocket launcher mid-boss fight like it ain't shit. Oh, there's more boxes over here. Oh, he's destroying the arena as he's fucking whipping out the rocket. Okay, while he's doing that, while he's supercharging, I'm gonna go ahead and get some items. Reload everything. I can't move. That's really bad. Like, the fact that it doesn't let you move there is really silly. Should've let me move. Good parry. Dodge. Yep. Good shit. Watch out for the whip. Can I even hurt him during that? I couldn't move. Can I heal? Yeah, let me heal, dude. Holy shit. But you see how he's whipping at me before I can even get back up? What the fuck is that bullshit? That ain't fair. Like, that's cheap bullshit. That's bad programming right there is what that is. Okay, do a preemptive reload. Okay, he's going pretty wacky now. Nice, good parry. Ooh, okay. Do another reload. Rocket. Machine gun. Okay, I should sharpen. Nice. So that wasn't bad. I hardly got hit at all. Once the game lets me parry, see how many less hits I take? Crazy that you have to equip the hatchet to perform a basic functionality of the game. Kinda weird. Right, though. I think the electrical shit is kinda cool, but other than that, he ain't the coolest final Resident Evil boss. I still think the sickest final Resident Evil boss, as much as people meme on it, is probably Simmons. When he turns into the giant fly in RE6.
Good riddance.
Final boss of 8 was pretty sick too. Oh, he's not done. Of course he's not done. Why would he be done? That would have been easy. Hello, gorgeous. Oh my lord. Oh.
You're so damn relentless.
Oh, he's infused with Nemesis blood. Whoa, dude. Holy shit. That looks sick as fuck. Righty, I need items. I don't have any ammos. Pistol gun. Oh, I can parry him. Okay. I couldn't parry that. I tried. It wouldn't let me. I'm not gonna be able to outrange that or like speed out of it. Oh wow, I can parry that? That's a heavy attack too. Okay. Now what? That can't be it. Ah. Shoot these things. Pistol for these? Pistol, pistol, pistol! Thank you. Very hentai coded? Yeah, a little bit. Ow. Ow! Fucking God, can I respond, you fucking fat gelatinous piece of shit? God damn, that was bullcrap. It's fucking hitting me back and forth, can't do shit. Okay. I need to sharpen. What? No, nigga, I moved out of the way of that. You can suck my dick. Bruh. Okay, just don't parry. It's cool. Dude, I parried. I pressed L. Suck my cock. I know I did. Oh, it didn't fucking grind my hatchet, even though I did it. Okay. Makes a little more sense now. I never pulled out the shotgun. I pulled out the rifle. Rifle fires way faster. What are you doing? What is that? Oh, I see. Was that it? Was that the whole boss fight? Yeah, it is kind of goofy, I'm not gonna lie. It looks really cool, but that's probably one of the worst Resident Evil final bosses I've ever seen in my life. You don't have any ammo in the chamber, idiot. Oh, dude, that's aura farm! Holy shit, dude! God damn, Mr. Kennedy! Fucking eat your heart out, Salazar.
You ain't getting back up.
Yeah! Blat. With the swivel! What do you think that smells like? No, probably not. I would argue that it probably smells like aged vomit.
Sherry. Sherry, come in. Sherry. Shit.
Oh shit, Sherry's unresponsive. Maybe the virus is fucking her up too.
Grace, hang on.
Because if Sherry has it and Leon got it and they're both like around... No, because Sherry's like way younger than Leon, so maybe it's not as bad for Sherry as it is for Leon. But Leon didn't show these symptoms in RE6 at all. And Sherry and Leon's age difference is about 10 or 11 years, so if Leon is displaying symptoms of it really bad, maybe he had, like, more exposure. But otherwise, that time frame doesn't make any fucking sense. If Sherry's also infected with the virus, her virus was way more manifested. Like, that would signify that she got infected with the T remnants around the same time that Leon did. But if they're 10 years apart, 11 years apart, why are her symptoms anywhere as bad as Leon's are? That doesn't make any sense. That's kind of doofy.
There's no way out, is there?
No, there's always a way out. Leon is like the Nathan Drake of fucking Resident Evil. There's always a way out.
Well, I'm not gonna leave your side. I'm gonna sit right here with you.
Are they gonna have to wait to be rescued? Maybe a nice macchiato? Why is it getting all dark? What is happening? Oh.
I guess this is it then.
The power's failing. That would be why. Oh, never mind, it's over. Damn, Leon, I didn't know you were that quick. No wonder he fucking fronts for it so hard. Oh, is this the Hound Squad? Yo, is this Chris boy? It is, isn't it?
Leon S. Kennedy?
That sounds like Chris.
Alpha, you read me, sir?
Oh.
Yeah, let's see.
No, he's talking to Alpha, so he's talking to Redfield, but this isn't Redfield himself.
Mr. Kennedy, I have a message from Captain Redfield.
Oh, shit. So it's Redfield's Hound Squad. Gotcha. That explains the Xeno Wesker knockoff tie-in. Yeah, boulder punching asshole. The one and only boulder punching asshole.
I'll be damned. Can't believe that antiviral actually worked.
Nice.
Feel better than I have in ages.
Yeah, he does.
Thank God.
And Sherry is cured, I think, maybe?
Okay.
And Leon still looks fashionable and fine as fuck.
We'll be back in action in no time.
Thank you, Leon.
Would have been a lot smoother if Chris hadn't been so late to the party.
Where is Chris, anyway?
Yeah, where is Chris?
No idea.
So the only time Leon and Chris have ever crossed paths is in RE6. When they were in China.
Yeah, I'll call you back.
So Leon and Chris don't have a lot of history, but, like, Chris knows Leon through Claire, because Claire is his sister, obviously.
Yeah.
So their communications are quite limited, but, like, they don't really have any games together, really. But, like, Chris and Leon operating as a dynamic in the same game would be fucking aura as hell. That would be so sick.
I didn't hit any of her vitals. She could still be alive.
What are you saying?
Maybe we
Leon's a big ol' softie. That's what he's saying. Are they going to use an antiviral on Emily, too? So Grace is going to become, like, her adopted mommy? Much like, Alyssa adopted her, pretty much? So it's exactly what I thought it would be. Goddamn, dude. Leon is still a goddamn badass. Yeah, Leon, my sister needs you. To continue the Redfield bloodline. Please, Leon. Please, fuck my sister, please.
This illegal facility appears to have been in operation for decades.
Sources say that the extension of the lockdown and the
Check the goddamn basement! I keep telling you guys to do that, and you don't do it! Always check the basement! If you find more than one dead body down there, depending on the fucking state of the corpse, maybe he died to an accident, I don't know, maybe it was workplace operational failure, maybe it was OSHA bullshit violation, whatever, blah blah blah, maybe he got his hand caught in a crushing machine. If there's more than one dead body...
credited with cracking the Oswald Spencer story.
Aw, that's cool, she gets post-mortem fucking creditos?
Killed in a cover-up, and that the organization
Oh, that's sick.
is secretly controlling our government.
Yeah, if there's one corpse in the basement and it's joined by another, foul play. Check the basement. Always check the fucking basement. Young girl rescued from bioterror front. Could that be Emily then? Oh, yo. Look, she is alive. She just probably smells really bad. And Emily is probably going to be the source of a whole bunch of new viral bacterial infections. Goddamn. Alright, well there you go. That does it for RE9. Fucking weird game. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how I feel about this Resident Evil. Some of Leon's sections were really fucking cool, but it had me pining for a lot more of what Grace had to deal with the stealth and, like, with, you know, crafting components or whatever, like, because it feels more like traditional survivalist Resident Evil. Like, it feels like you're skulking through corridors, you're crafting items, like you're pinching every bullet, whereas Leon just feels like it's fucking Bullet Hell City, where you're just, like, fucking expending resources left and right. And it is cool, again, to see a dichotomic gameplay contrast. I think that's really neat. You know, to be able to see and witness one gameplay style as opposed to another, granted that they're both the epitome of what Resident Evil stands for, both, you know, dated and modern entries in the franchise, but I think you played through far too much of the game as Leon, and far too little of it as Grace. Even though it might seem like they have an equal amount of gameplay, it feels like the time that you play as either respective character is very jumbled and very, like, it's very snap. It's very, what's the word? It just feels like you're being tossed from one to the other, rather than being a fluid, cohesive, kind of joined feeling. And, like, I don't really like that. So, like, the dichotomic disconnect between swapping from one character to another is cool because it keeps you engaged with different styles and what you have to do to tactically approach and dispatch enemies and stuff like that. But I would say a lot of the gameplay elements also lacked. Like, I feel like this could have been more of a culmination of Resident Evil outside of just being, strategy with dispatching enemies through stealth or, rapidly dispatching enemies through action. I feel like there could have been more developmental mechanics with either party, and I feel like crafting stuff through the blood was cool, but like there could have been more to it. And it's also not a traditional Resident Evil in the sense that Grace never really gets any weapon upgrades or anything. She never really finds new weapons. Like, all you get with Grace is a pistol. And that seems kind of untraditional for Resident Evil, because standard Resident Evil would be, oh, you progress a little bit, you upgrade your handgun or whatever, now we're going to give you a shotgun because we're going to throw bigger threats at you. And you need to have higher, like, grade ammo to be able to dispatch more stuff at a time. And then you get a magnum or whatever, and it's like, okay, this is the heavy-hitting weaponry for your boss fight, so you can manage and mitigate all your ammo and your resources, and you can, carefully, methodically use what you want to. Like, this game was not everything I expected. It was still pretty cool, but, like, in a way, it doesn't feel like Resident Evil. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it does, but it doesn't at the same time. It has its very own distinct nature to it, and I feel like everything that RE6 did, this game tried to do, but 6 did better sooner, earlier. So, like, going through China with the barges and the fireworks and, like, all the crazy sea virus zombies and everything, and then getting the fucking, I think it's called Uvistvo or something like that, or Uskivo or something like that. The chainsaw fucking weird thing from RE6 was sick as fuck. The Ustanok was sick as fuck. Like, the helicopter crash, the fucking plane crash, like, everything about RE6 was, like, far better than what this game tried to do. Like, this just doesn't feel as crazily action-oriented as you would expect Resident Evil as a franchise this late in the game to ramp up to. Don't people say that RE4 is the GOAT of RE? Yes, I do honestly believe that RE4 Remake is peak. I feel like that is literally, if we're talking about survivalist, conservational Resident Evil, RE4 is the epitome of everything in the genre. It intermixes parries, it intermixes resource management, it has crafting components, but it still feels like you're pinching resources, especially on harder difficulties. You're restarting segments to be strategic with how you dispatch a room and how you coordinate your actions. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you can upgrade your weapons, you can get charms and trinkets for them, like, with the shooting gallery. It just, everything about RE4 Remake was fucking perfect. RE4 was a perfect reimagining of what RE4 was. And it did all the due respects to the game that you would expect it to deliver. Like, RE4 Remake had phenomenal direction and stands as, like, my favorite Resident Evil. This was more like a fucking 6.57 out of 10 for me, if I'm being completely honest. And it's just because the enemy variety fucking suffered really bad. The enemy variety was fucking utter dog shit. Like, hunters didn't make a return. There was not enough new, inventive, creative zombies, especially with, the virus and everything. Like, I feel like there could have been more of a focus on that. They didn't have any unique properties like RE3 Remake introduced with the Paleheads having high regenerative capabilities. They just brought back Lickers. They brought back Legacy Enemy. And then, like, you had zombies that retained their humanity, but there was only, like, 3 or 4 of them in the whole game. So what the fuck was even the point of that, right? Like, why wasn't the underground segment with the fucking bitch not developed differently? Like, it seemed like it was way too much of a one-trick pony segment. Whereas, like, it could have been more developed and more refined, and it could have had more substance to it. So, like, instead of just, like, going through obstacles and having to evade the big thing, there could have been named zombies down there that you fought. And, like, there could have been resources that you collect that you wouldn't normally get, whatever. There could have been secret components down there to be able to upgrade your weapons with optional stuff that you don't necessarily have to do, where it's, like, if you're playing a speedrun, you could just bypass if you wanted. Like, there wasn't enough dynamic to this game. And that's what makes it suffer. Like, you have the blister heads, those are new, but they're basically, like, really aggressive crimson heads. That's basically the fucking, And then it's also with Leon, you have to dispatch them a certain way. You have to stun them and then dig your axe into their head instead of them being, like, actually fun and dynamic and cool. Like, in prior Resident Evils, you've had enemies with glowing weak spots that you've had to shoot. You've had enemies that you have to stun and knock over and then fucking melee and then freaking do some other shit too. Like, you've had enemies where you have to use nitrogen to be able to fight them, where you get, like, nitrogen-infused rounds and shit like that. And, like, this game didn't boast any of that. Like, it just seemed like you had traditional standard interchangeable zombies, which were boring as fuck, and then you had the blister heads, and that was the epitome and the fucking entirety of Grace's combat. It's just lurking around corners, collecting resources, and these things. Of course you did have the giant baby, but that's more of an obstacle to bypass rather than something that you approach and engage, right? And then Leon had the chainsaw zombies, which are traditional for Resident Evil. That's nothing new. Really, they should have been more creative with that rather than just bringing back chainsaw zombies. Hey, you remember this legacy thing that we did that one time? And that other time? And that other time? Like, this Resident Evil wasn't creative enough. That's its problem. Like, its drawback is that it didn't boast any new creative direction. Like, the enemy variety fucking lacked like a motherfucker. Bringing back the staple chainsaw enemies would have been cooler as a boss fight or something like that. Rather than, oh, you know, every so often we're gonna give you a combat scenario and you have to just deal with the chainsaw people as like a minor hurdle. You know, it's, yeah, the suits are dipping into nostalgia vibes. And it's like, I don't want to see Resident Evil go that route. Like, I feel like this was creatively a little bit drawn back and blown out of proportion for what they advertised it to be. And that's the only thing I'm really disappointed on. Like, the tall blister things with the fucking spores, like, where they infect other things, is just a dynamic enemy where it's like you can't kill them near any other enemies, or you have more blister heads to deal with. And blister heads are fucking annoying to deal with anyway. And that's the dynamic of the enemy. But there's nothing creative about it. It's just a whole bunch of returning legacy shit. You have traditional standard zombies. You have zombies that retain, you know, remnants of their humanity or what their humanity was before they were, you know, transformed or before they became infected or whatever. But there's 4 of them in the whole game. You had the chef, you had the weird sciencey bitch, you had the singing lady, and, like, that was it. Where the fuck are the rest of them? Why weren't there, like, 10 more of those throughout the campaign? Why didn't Leon have to deal with any of those? That would have been kind of cool. You know, zombies with distinct, unique traits. Like, where the fuck was that? You know, and I also gotta say that the boss fights really fucking lacked. The only boss fight in this game that I have to say that I honestly really liked, the spider was okay. The spider was alright. It wasn't as dynamic as I would have hoped it to be. And again, I have that complaint. Like, you never get wrapped in webs and you never have to, like, mash the button to get out before the spider, like, comes to you, you know, and fucking kills you. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, you had the fight with the giant baby, which I thought was the coolest boss fight in the game, by the way. That boss fight with the baby in the attic where, like, everything is really, claustrophobic and you have to, like, go up and weave through the rafters and, like, use the shortcuts to be able to get around him and, like, outpace his aggression and his mobility. That was pretty cool. Because it reminded me of Moreau from RE8 a little bit. But, like, yeah, it was too heavily coated with also campy action shit. Yeah. Like, it didn't feel like it kept you mobile, which RE6 did. RE6 felt more like a battalion shooter where you're, like, crouching in cover some of the time, and then you're dispatching enemies before they overwhelm you. Like, it felt like a tactical, you know, shooter. And, like, this didn't feel like that. So, like, it feels like this game was, rather than developed by Capcom, it seems more like a game that was trying to emulate Resident Evil with all the tropes. It just seemed like it was a trophy hunt and a legacy, homage, rather than a traditional new, respectable entry in the franchise. And they could have done some cooler shit with the return to Raccoon City and the RPD, too. And it was just full of the same shit. Like, I got really mixed feelings about this game, to be honest.
Good. I'm so glad. Emily, yeah, she's doing great.
Oh, is this Leon?
I'm actually teaching her how to read.
Grace. Grace.
I'm on the phone! Rude.
Where's that report?
Sorry. Leon, gotta go. Catch up.
Brother, I just went through a whole Resident Evil game. Give me a bit. I don't know how much time has passed. Aw. It's Grace and her mom. And Grace and Emily. That's cute. They're all fugly, though. Not gonna lie. Grace is kinda hot. Especially without the glasses. I think Grace is the hottest when she's, like, fucking moaning and bleeding out, though. I'm not gonna lie. When Grace is in danger. It's probably the best part. And this is the BSAA, right?
Remaining BSAA forces have been neutralized.
Oh.
Retrieving the objective before they send in the wolves.
Retrieving the objective. Ah, okay. So there is something they're going there for. Okay, my total playtime was around 12 hours. My game mode was standard modern. I meant to pick classic, but I totally fucked up and I picked the wrong fucking thing, whatever. Anyway, I unlocked Insanity mode, available when starting a new game, which I might touch, but I also don't want to because of those liquor segments. I do want to see what Insanity has to offer, because I know the game is going to dynamically change, or at least I hear it does. Like, certain key items are in different places, and the segments require different strategy to be able to get around, and, like, the threats are way more crazy. Like, apparently the giant tall girl that pursues and stalks you moves a lot faster, and apparently she's a lot more keen and, like, way smarter. And, like, they actually use instinct to be able to find you better. So, like, there is dynamic shit about Insanity that I think might be worth a check out, but something in this game that I gotta say that a lot of games are plagued by, especially in the modern times, are when you get hit by one attack and you get fucking stunned and the game will not allow you to respond, or they won't permit you allowance to be able to do anything to be able to remedy your situation, where, like, you get hit and then it's like you try to heal but it won't react, and, like, you try to melee and it won't react, and you're just forced to take a death on it. Fuck off with that bullshit. It's just empty difficulty. It's just annoying. It's cumbersome. I don't want to have to restart an entire segment because you fucking programmed the game so bad that I can't remedy my situation that I'm in. Like, that's trash. Something that dropped from your hentai monster, I'm sure? Yeah. Evidently. Either that or they're collecting something from D.S.O, but I'm guessing they're going there for the antigen or something like that. Or the antiviral, or whatever it was that dismissed the virus or whatever. So it's obvious there's going to be continued interference from the BSAA, and, like, the Hound Squad and Chris Redfield obviously alluded. And I don't know what this other party of operatives is. And that's the thing about Resident Evil, is they can just keep pulling out rainbow-colored clown flags from their sleeve and just make more bullshit up, right? Like, they brought back RPD in this game. They can fucking do anything if they want. The following costumes and weapon skin were added. Tactical light for the alligator snapper, which nobody is ever going to use. Jacket Grace and a jacket for Leon. Okay, we got a whole bunch of challenges completed. Alright. Yeah, I guess that's going to wrap up my playthrough of Resident Evil Requiem. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my series. Thank you for checking out my coverage of it. Yeah, to let you know what I think about the game, it's hit and miss for me in different respects, in different values to different degrees. It's a very mass jumble of, like, a whole bunch of random what the fuck, and then it has some cool shit, and then it's like, this is boring as hell. And then I wish this was more dynamic and more interactive, and I wish there was more enemy variety over here. Or I wish this boss was cooler. Because Grace only fought one boss. And it wasn't even a boss, it was more like an obstacle fight where you have to run around and activate shit in the environment. You know, and Resident Evil does that time to time. But, like, Leon's boss fights were cool. The action-oriented ones, like the giant spider and the big baby or whatever. But, like, I don't think this game had enough original concepts. That's, like, my biggest thing about the game. Why didn't we get a boss fight with D.S.O? That would have been cool as fuck. Like, where's the intermediary boss fight within the narrative where we have to, like, you know, fend off D.S.O or something? Where was that? You know, I don't think this game did enough. Like, honestly, it's a bit of a miss for me, but, like, it was okay. But that's all I'm willing to give it, is it was okay. It's at this time that I would like to thank you, fabulous motherfuckers, as always, for your viewership. Thank you for checking out my coverage of Resident Evil Requiem. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. It was quite the slammer. It was a bit of a weird one, I'm not gonna lie. But until next time, I've been Meshi. Catch you guys soon.